I was 8 when my father died. I don't remember the funeral clearly. I remember my mother's hand shaking when she held mine. I remember the house becoming quieter, not peaceful, just empty. After that day, everything felt temporary. Smiles, conversations, even happiness. For a long time, it was just me and my mom. We learned how to survive together. She worked more. I learned to grow up faster. I thought if I stayed strong, we'd be okay. Then she met David. She said he was kind. She said he'd take care of us. I wanted to believe her because I didn't want her to be lonely. When she married him, I promised myself I'd try harder, to be good, to be invisible, to not cause problems. But David never tried to be my father. He wasn't cruel in obvious ways. He just didn't see me. My opinions didn't matter. My grief was something I should be over by now. When I missed my dad, he said I was being dramatic. When I stayed quiet, he said I was ungrateful. My mother didn't notice. Or maybe she did, but pretending was easier. Home stopped feeling safe. I learned to do things on my own, homework, emotions, growing up. I watched my mom build a new life while I quietly carried the old one. The moment that changed me came on a night I finally spoke up. I told my mother I felt alone. David laughed and said, "She needs to toughen up. The world won't coddle her." My mom stayed silent. That silence hurt more than his words. That was the last straw. I stopped expecting comfort. I focused on surviving school, then college, then life. I worked harder than anyone noticed. I built strength out of loneliness and independence out of pain. Years later, I stood on my own, steady, confident, whole. When my mother looked at me one day and said, "You grew up so strong," I smiled and replied, "I had to." I don't hate her. I don't hate David. But I learned something early in life. Sometimes the child saves herself. And my happy ending wasn't being chosen by them. It was choosing myself and building a life where I finally felt safe.